Let me also tell you about the Pakistani mindset, which is also the root cause problem. The Pakistani, and let me tell you, root cause is a cause which endures itself, it stays there despite history proving you wrong again and again. You know, this mindset I can understand in 47. History proved us wrong when Sheikh Abdullah betrayed Nehru. But we did the same after 1975. Again we have proved these things that we have got the type of a problem. So we do that because you are a prisoner of this mindset. And unless the nation changes its mindset, there is no solutions to the problem. You know, my problems are not created by you, it's my internal problem. It's the problem of my environment, my training, my level of spiritual, intellectual or physical state of this thing or my DNA. Unless I correct myself, I'm going to change. I don't think that my state of quality of life is going to change. If I wanted to change, I have to change first. When I change, the whole world changes. India changes, Pakistan changes. India changes, separatists in Kashmir change. But is India willing to change? But now let me come to the Kashmiri mindset. Kashmiri mindset has been, India is a weak, is a country of Baniab and Brahmins. What is the derogatory term that they always use? There are no fighters, we are great fighters. And we have got a great religion, a great motivator that teaches us the sacrifice, to self-sacrifice, teachers of jihad, teachers of a militant districts. And therefore, India can be balkanized by them. And, you know, this was what is known as the Qurban Ali Doctrine of 1956. That is, Pakistan assessed India's balkanization. That didn't happen though. And in that balkanization, the biggest group they thought would be the Muslims. Again the wrong calculation. And those Muslims will be pro-Pakistan. Again the wrong calculation. After having been defeated in 65, 71, Kargil, everywhere, every time. There is no engagement where they have got any military success against India. They still hold. They are captive of that. If they cannot go to a conventional war, they started the proxy war, the covert action, and made covert action, proxy war, terrorism as an instrument of state policy. Still banking on that we will be able to bleed India to a position. So this mindset is not likely to change unless India gives a decisive blow to Pakistan. You have got to change this mindset. We could not change this mindset even after 1971. They also have a mindset that if a person is a Muslim, he obviously is pro-Pakistan. So every Kashmiri Muslim is with them. For that matter, they consider the whole of Indian Muslims are with them, which is wrong, but exists. Since it exists, they keep on harping on this point. Then there is another mindset, that if you have got a power, does not matter positive or negative. If you don't have an economic power, technological power, but you have got a power to create jihadis, the world is going to respect you. Nobody can ignore a nuclear power, particularly if it is an irresponsible nuclear power. If it has pursued its nuclear program through steals, theft, and devious methods. If it AQ Khans who are the known, who are the wanted criminals all over. You have got a nuisance value. And a person with a nuisance value can always extract a price. It could extract a price simultaneously with the United States and China. Both countries would be providing them the strategic weapons, providing them, if not the strategic weapons, at least China had been providing them. They had been the most advanced aircrafts, most advanced technologies, most advanced, except probably the missiles, probably all of the systems have been provided by the United States, which accepts, agrees the fact that we have dumped $15 billion after 2001 in this country, and rather than helping the American interest, they only help the Taliban interest. This is the game of power dynamics. If you are powerful, even if you have got a negative power, but you can exercise it, there is a dividend. But even if you are highly powerful, but you cannot exercise that power is as good as not having it. You may have a gun, and a third-rate criminal may just have a a knife in his hand, but if you are restrained in using your power, probably he may stab you and get away and kill you. It is not only the possession of power that is important, it's your ability to exercise that power, and exercising that power is a function of your mindset, whether you will or you will not. India has not been able to build that confidence, to exercise the power, particularly the legitimate power. You know, I'm not talking about in the international, even about the rule of law. You had the stone patrol, they are not the stone patrol, they are peaceful. I'll come into the current phase a little later. I hope the organizers will give me 5 more minutes or 5 more minutes. What is the point in 250 persons who under a very organized program were pelting the stones that you decided to release them? You do not have the mindset to enforce the rule of law. They say we have got a law, or Kashmir has got a Ranjit Penal Code. Anybody is guilty, the rule of law will prevail. If you think civil disobedience, or it's not a civil disobedience, if you think that armed, violent uprising by inciting some youth or paying them can change the government's policies, it won't. You have got to send the signal loud and clear. Then let me tell about the Kashmiri separatist mindset, because they are the third actors. They have got a mindset that international opinion is in their favor. Again, as I said, it is not true. Again, as I said, that these mindsets have got no relationship with the reality. But it doesn't change. They think there is a UN resolution. In United Nations, all the countries had always supported Pakistan's plebiscite, except veto being exercised by the USSR in favor of India in the past. Now even India-Russia relations are not that close, and USSR does not exist. China, as a permanent member of the Security Council, is on their side, and then there are 57 OIC countries or the Islamic countries. So the international opinion is totally on the side of the separatists. It's only a matter of time to stick to it. Now that is how their mindset works. It doesn't change. That India's international crowd will very heavily weigh that whatever your calculations are, that no point has been taken either on Kashmir, either in the UN Security Council or the General Assembly. Of course, in the General Assembly is one annual thing. Your Prime Minister or Foreign Minister will go and shout about it, but that's where it stops. You have not been even getting the support of the OIC countries. But it sticks. The second is a faith in the capability and intentions of Pakistan to help them. Pakistan neither has the capability to liberate Kashmir, neither it has got the intentions. It has got its own geopolitical and geostrategic intentions. It is no well-wisher of the Kashmiri people, including the Kashmiri Muslims. Of course, they have got no love for the Kashmiri Hindus or people of Jammu or Ladakh. But the Kashmiri separatists think, ISI can do everything. Probably Kashmiri army can be able to liberate us someday. And the third point of mindset is that there is a dividend in continuing this bogey of separatism. Kashmiris can, or the people in Kashmir can extract maximum concessions from the government of India if this bogey is alive. If it was not alive, it will be forgotten as one a state like Arunachal Pradesh and others where nobody is bothered where in India it lies. You have the street demonstration, you have got 100 crore rupees given for schools and their infrastructure of the libraries and school construction of buildings and renovation of buildings. Probably no other state will get that sort of money for school buildings and libraries as a total grant. And then the huge expenditure, developmental expenditure and concessions that have been given. This interest is not only with the separatists, even the political players who have been enjoying power. What do they want? When they say autonomy and others, Basically, they show you the fear of the separatists, of the terrorists, and say, if you don't give it to us, they are going to extract, but if you give it to us, they are going to do nothing to stop them. It may be Mufti or now it may be with the National Congress. They are not going to provide you any cover. No one raised any this thing when this civil disobedience came to come at the Lal Chowk and say that we are integral part of India and we are going to take a counter position. The political parties which had enjoyed the power, where is their mass base, where are their cadres? Where did they disappear? And in the autonomy, what do they want? It is the empowerment of those people who have enjoyed the power. Let us give a freedom from Supreme Court so that if we loot and scoot, nobody can ask us, from the Auditor and Accountant General of India's control, so that there can be no auditing. You give us the money, forget about it. Don't ask us what we have done about it. Well, we don't ask in any case, even today. The jurisdiction of the CBI doesn't lie over there. But at least an auditing part is done. Because there is an Advocate and Auditor General. We should be free of the RBI in case they still are. They have got a J&K bank and they can have any arrangement with the J&K bank and the state government can do any number of overdrafting and the Reserve Bank is bound by a certain amount of exercises to compensate the J&K bank, and a large number of bugglings and corruptions take place through the J&K bank. So this is the Kashmiri, particularly people in the valley, or the present people in the valley, their mind.